Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Townsend, and I am the College and Career Counselor as well as the School Counseling Department Chair here at Appoquinimink High School. And I am going to be presenting information on the Appoquinimink School District's AP and dual enrollment programs, which are two paths that our students can take to earn college credit while they're still in high school. While we hope that we're able to answer all of your questions during this presentation, if there's anything we missed or anything that you have that you would like information on, please do not hesitate to reach out to your child's school counselor or the college and career counselor at each high school or the school counseling secretaries, and we will make sure that we get all the information to you that you need. So we'll go ahead and just start with a breakdown of the school counseling departments. At Appoquinimink High School, there are 5 school counselors. Here are their names listed, broken down by grades and last names of students that they are assigned to. I am the college and career counselor here, as I mentioned, and the Appoquinimink High School school counseling secretary is Mrs. Connie Brantley. For Middletown High School, their 5 school counselors are there, broken down by grade and last names as well. Their college and career counselor at Middletown is Mrs. Akana Simon Irby, and Miss Mandy O'Donnell is the Middletown High School school counseling secretary. At Odessa High School, you all work with Miss Haupt, and that school counseling department will build over time as the student population increases with each added grade level. So write in information about the advanced placement or the AP program. As you can see, AP or advanced placement courses are college level courses. So that means they are college level, college rigor, college paced. But they are taught here in the high schools. And so at the end of each course, a student takes an AP exam, which is a standardized test that measures how well they master the material for that course. And students who do well on those exams typically can earn college credit for their score on those exams. And we'll get into that a little bit more, but basically the AP exams are broken down into scores of 1 through 5, with 5 being the highest the student can earn. And various colleges have different requirements for what they may accept in order to grant college credit based on those exam scores. AP courses are challenging. We said they're college level courses, but that hard work pays off greatly. Regardless of how a student does on the AP exam, many students say that they develop confidence by taking an advanced placement course. They learn deeper study habits and time management skills that are really important to be successful in college. When students go off to college, sometimes it can be a little bit of a shock how much extra work they are expected to put in on their own outside of the school day. And that kind of comes along with some of these AP and dual enrollment courses. So it's really important that students understand that while AP courses can be challenging and stressful at times, they are really ensuring that students are learning some of the skills needed to be successful at the college level. Taking AP courses is also valued in the college admissions process, the same way as dual enrollment courses are. It shows colleges when you're applying for admission that you've already taken the step to challenge yourself with college level courses, especially if you find success in those courses and earn good grades in those courses. It shows colleges that you're able to handle that type of workload. And like we said, it's an opportunity to earn valuable credit. And so, these are credits that students can earn that they will not have to pay for when they go to college. And you'll see when we get into the cost breakdown just how much money students can save by taking AP courses. So, as we kind of already alluded to, AP courses, they demand more of students than regular honors courses, right? They are college level courses, just simply taught here in the high school. So they're paced faster than a traditional or an honors level course, and more material tends to be covered. There is more time required both in and out of the classroom of students. Students may have multiple readings or chapters or assignments or projects outside of the school day that they're going to be expected to complete, which goes towards their grade. AP teachers expect their students to be able to think critically, to analyze and synthesize facts, weigh perspectives of varying perspectives, and write clearly and persuasively. And I want to be clear, that does not mean that you as a student or your child as a student has to already be able to do all of those things. Those are skill sets which are also built throughout an entire AP course. which comes from the demands of that material and the workload and the expectations of the teacher. But our AP teachers in Appoquinimink School District are tremendous at working with students on building these skill sets. Here is a list of all of the different advanced placement courses that are offered here at Appoquinimink School District. Now, whether or not these are offered year to year, we'll get into that in a second, but these are all of the courses that we are able to offer to our students each year. And I'll leave that up there for a second before we go on. So, what determines whether or not these courses are offered for the main part is the number of course requests we get for a specific AP course. So if we don't hit a minimum number of students for a specific AP course, we may not be able to build that course into our schedule based on the demands of our master schedule. Teachers are also trained and approved by the College Board to teach these courses, and Appoquinimink School District has teachers in each building that are trained to teach all of those courses. Typically, if we do not offer a specific course, it's because we do not have the interest that specific year or the course request demand to be able to fit a section of that course into our master schedule. And the same will go for dual enrollment courses when we get into that information as well. Your student or students, if you are watching, or your student for parents, they will receive all of their scheduling and course selection information in an upcoming advisory, which takes place on Wednesdays. So please make sure you're instigating that conversation or initiating that conversation with your student here in the next couple of weeks about making sure they are attending their advisory course when it is scheduled, and then asking them for that information, and that way you as a parent or guardian can sit down with the student and you can collaborate to ensure that the student's making selecting courses that is in their best interest. So going a little bit more information about the AP exams, they are administered each year in May. The typical exam lasts around 3 hours. Some may be a little bit less than that, some may be a little bit more. It all depends on the specific course. We here at Appoquinimink School District do expect that every student who takes an AP course will sit for the exam. And exams contain, basically they are in two parts for the most part. Multiple choice questions is usually what comes first. Like I said, that standardized type of exam. And then depending on the AP course, they'll have a variety of free response. It could be an essay that they have to write, document-based questions that they need to read certain documents and then answer questions off of. And some exams even require oral responses. For example, for the world language AP courses, students have to typically record themselves having a conversation or responding to questions to be submitted. The expected AP exam fee for the 2021-2022 school year is $96 per exam. So if your student is taking one AP course, they would only be responsible for $96, and that's what pays for that AP exam. There are two AP courses that are a little bit higher though, and those are the AP seminar and the AP research courses. Those exams cost $144. That's going to be the expected cost. And that's just because those entail a little bit more, and those are fees that are set by the College Board. However, we do not want an AP exam fee to be a deterrent for a student to take an AP course. If for some reason you may have a financial issue or just some concerns about that fee, you can reach out to your child's school counselor or administrator at each building, and they will work with you through that, so that way it is not a barrier to your child being able to take an AP course. What's really important is, we kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, is colleges will grant credit based off of how the student does on a specific AP exam. Those exams are scored on a range of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest. Some colleges say, if you get a 3 or higher on this exam, we'll give you credit for that course here at our college. Or they may say, to get that specific credit, you have to get a 4 or sometimes even a 5 on that exam for us to give you that credit. Some schools do sort of a hybrid of that, where it's, well, to get that specific credit at our school, you have to get a 4 or sometimes a 5. But if you get a 3, we'll grant you elective credit, just not credit for that specific course. So the child can still earn college credit towards their degree, which saves them money in the long run, but they may still have to take a specific course at the college level depending on their score. The College Board website has an AP credit policy search where you can search for institutions and find out which colleges accept which scores for which AP exams, which is tremendous. And individual colleges typically on their website have a section of their website where you go and you search AP credit matrix or just AP credits. It'll typically take you to a place on the website where the individual college has their matrix available for you to see what scores are needed. And so the sister side of that in terms of earning college credit are dual enrollment courses. So we just talked about advanced placement courses through the College Board. Now we're going to shift into dual enrollment courses. Yet again, another way for a student to earn college credit while in high school. And what's terrific about dual enrollment courses is your child will not only earn that college credit that they took while in high school. If it's a dual enrollment course, they will get a high school credit towards their high school transcript and graduation requirements for that course. They are, college level courses, so it comes with that college level, that college rigor. But they are mainly taught by the staff here as well, just like AP courses, here in the building for students. The main difference between the dual enrollment and the AP routes that students can take towards credit is, like I said, that in AP courses, a student has to earn a certain score on one exam, right? So it's one day at the end of the course, the student goes in that one day and takes that exam, and that's what determines whether or not they get college credit. Now, for students who may struggle with exams, but do well with overall course materials and work hard to get all their work done in projects and succeed that way, dual enrollment sometimes is a much better option because you're not basing whether or not you're getting college credit on one day. Maybe you didn't feel well that day or didn't get good sleep or whatever it is. You're not basing whether or not you get that college credit based off of one day and one exam. With dual enrollment credits and courses, whether or not you earn credit is based off of your cumulative grade for an entire course. So students who may be a little weary about relying on one exam to get college credit or may not enjoy taking exams, but are really good at projects or other coursework, dual enrollment's a really good option because you don't have that weight on your shoulders going into that exam saying, well, if I don't do well just today, I may not get college credit. So the cost and requirements for these courses vary, and we'll get into that in just a second, but I highly recommend that students reach out to their school counselor when they're going through the course selection and scheduling process to see if that's the best path for them. Maybe they should take dual enrollment. Maybe they should take AP courses. We have students who take a combination of both. But just like the College Board offers an AP credit matrix or policy on their website, and individual colleges offer that, most colleges and universities also have a transfer matrix where you can go and you can see, okay, this is the institution where my dual enrollment credit's coming from. Will that transfer to this other school that may be the school I really want to attend full time after I graduate from high school? The vast majority of dual enrollment credits will transfer between colleges and universities, but there are some times where a course may not equate to one school that it did to the other. So maybe it becomes an elective credit or some other thing may be there going on. So it's really important, and I always highly recommend that students look into which dual enrollment courses they're interested in taking, and then figure out if those credits will transfer if they plan on trying to attend another institution after high school. So here's a list of the different institutions that we have these dual enrollment agreements with, as well as a list of the courses that they offer. You can see at Dell State, they have trigonometry and multicultural education. At Dell Tech, it's anatomy and physiology, as well as sociology. With the University of Delaware, their course offerings vary semester to semester, just based off of their staffing and what they schedule out and course requests. With Wilmington University, there's Music 101. There's also Philosophy 100, which is Introduction to Critical Thinking. And then we'll also briefly talk about another option, which is the WilMU Early College Credit Program. And we also agreement with West Virginia University. And the courses offered through West Virginia University are engineering, public communication, introduction to mass media, and forensic science. So with Dell Tech, Delaware Technical and Community College, the cost per course is $165. And I can't stress enough the importance of how much money a student or family can save by earning these college credits while in high school, compared to some of the price tags you may see at various institutions once a student actually becomes a full-time undergraduate student there. So, if a student is confident enough that they're willing to put in the work and take on the challenge of a dual enrollment or AP course, then the fees are very minimal compared to the long-term savings. And so the delivery of those Deltec courses take place here in the Appoquinimink High Schools, and are taught here by teachers. Students must be a junior or senior, as well as obtain parent permission. And we really want to focus in terms of the requirements in terms of, students really should try to have a 3.0 GPA to be eligible to take those Deltec courses. They do have an AccuPlacer exam, or they say if you have this score on the SAT, that could also suffice. And you can always talk to your school counselor when you're scheduling about this if one of those is an issue. But especially with COVID right now and the limitations that is placed on testing, I would like to believe that the GPAs become much more important. So if a student has a 3.0 GPA, that's perfect. They will be eligible to take those Deltec courses. With Wilmington University, the cost is the same. It's $165 per course. The courses are taught here in Appoquinimink School District classrooms during the day by ASD teachers. It's recommended that the student be a high school junior or senior, hold a 3.0 GPA or higher, and obtain parent permission. Again, those courses are Music 101 and Philosophy 100. As we mentioned a minute ago, Wilmington University also has their early college credit program. There is a menu of about 30 plus courses that Wilmington University offers to high school students. They are only $96 per course. The big thing to remember is that these are not a part of the dual enrollment program. So a student can take as many of those courses as they like. They will not earn high school credit for them, but they can earn that college credit from WilmU. Those courses are not taught here during the day. They are either taken at a WilmU campus or they are taught online. The minimum GPA that WilmU will accept for students who want to be a part of that program is a 2.7 cumulative GPA, which means the GPA from all of the high school courses the student has completed. And a student can reach out to their school counselor here at the high school for more information on that. With Delaware State University, again, it's $165 per course, plus there's also a Delaware State fee of $35. Those courses are taught here in classrooms during the day. Students can be a sophomore through senior when that course is offered. They do need to obtain parent permission. They also ask for a letter of recommendation from the school counselor, which the school counselor will help the student with if that's what the student signs up for. And what's important here is, while there's no GPA requirement per se for a student to take either the trigonometry or the multicultural education course, if a student has lower than a 3.0 GPA, they would pay $280 per credit hour, and most college courses are 3 credit hours. So you're really looking at about $840 for that course, compared to $165. So if you're a student with a 3.0 GPA or higher, it's $165. If your GPA is below a 3.0, it's closer to $840. With West Virginia, it's $75 per credit hour, so about $225 per course taken, depending on how many credits the course is worth at West Virginia. All of those West Virginia courses are taught online by West Virginia instructors. So these are not courses that are taken here during the school day. They are courses that are taken outside of the school day online on top of the student's high school workload. West Virginia says you got to be a high school junior or senior, hold a 3.0 GPA or higher, as well as obtain that parent permission. And once again, they have the public communication, the introduction to mass media, the engineering problem solving, and the intro to forensic science or identification course. And so in a nutshell, those are the offerings in terms of AP courses as well as dual enrollment courses. What I will say, one of my recommendations is if you're a student who has never taken anything other than a traditional high school course, it's highly recommended that maybe next year you take 1 or 2 honors courses first. And then if you find success in those, then maybe the following year take a dual enrollment or AP course. That's not a requirement, that's just a recommendation. But typically you want to try to move up level by level and find success as you increase the level of difficulty of the courses you're taking. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to reach out to your assigned school counselor, and you can always go back in this video to see what those breakdowns are, or you can reach out to the college and career counselor at each school or the school counseling secretary. Once again, I want to thank you all for watching this video. I really hope we provided you with some straightforward information that answered a lot of your questions. But as I said, please never hesitate to reach out. We are here for you, and we want to make sure that students and families are making course selections that allow the student to have continued success, as well as have all those extra benefits of reducing that cost to the student and family once they actually go off and become a full-time college student. Thanks again, and go Cavs, go Jags, and go Ducks.